Hey guys, I'm Myra from Low Carb Love, and today we're gonna be doing a 1 month update. So I did post a video about a few weeks ago where I just talk about my trip, going to Europe, getting back on track because I had all the carbs and it was super fun. So I'll leave that video linked in the description below for you. But today I just kind of want to talk to you about where I'm at mentally, my workouts, what I'm eating, the progress that I've made, because there has been progress, guys. But real life happens. And so there have been some little detours, and I just kind of want to talk about it because I think sometimes we think with like getting back on track or like a weight loss journey or things like that, that you are always having to see progress or else you're failing. And it's definitely not the case. So today I'm starting off with the smoothie. So for the smoothie, guys, I don't know about you, but I am like a pumpkin spice fanatic. I like everything. I love pumpkin pie. I love pumpkin creamer, pumpkin spice latte. Like if it's pumpkin spice, if it's on the menu, I am ordering it. So that's why here on the channel, like I love to do a lot of those recreations because we obviously make them low carb and just healthier ingredients and all that. But so we're going in with a protein smoothie. This is something I personally like to start my day with either a smoothie or like bone broth, something that has like that protein in it, just because it kind of like gets me started on the right foot, you know? So we have our condensed milk. This is my dairy-free condensed milk, and I did just post the recipe, so I'll leave this linked as well. Look at this consistency. Look at that. You can see it's nice and thick. And this one's dairy-free, but if you're not dairy-free, you can totally make it and just make it with heavy cream. So then we have a little bit of pumpkin puree. Now, you need to be careful with the puree. I always talk about this because it's a huge difference if you pick up the pumpkin pie mix, which yes, it tastes delicious, and a lot of recipes, that's what they call for, but it has like 38 grams of carbs for like a few tablespoons, and like, who's trying to do that? So then we have just some pumpkin pie spice. Just gonna add that in. For our protein powder, you guys know I love the Ritual. Ritual is super clean. All their products are clean, and you know where everything comes from, so I love that. And it tastes so good. So we're just gonna do 1 scoop. And this has what, 20 grams. It has 20 grams of protein for 1 scoop. It leaves it like nice and rich, and it's sweetened with monk fruit. Super good. I'll leave it linked for you in the description below. And then we have ice. So we're just gonna top that off. I like my smoothies to be nice and thick and kind of icy, where they taste like a frappe, like a dessert. And we're gonna blend it. Ooh, see? That's why I like adding ice, because it looks like, it gives me like Starbucks vibes. Okay, so now I have my pretty little cup, and we're gonna pour our smoothie. So let's try. It's gonna be nice and sweet. Oh my gosh. That's delicious. So this is something that I like to have in the morning, or you guys know that I have been working out. So with like the workouts, I've been super consistent. So this is like the first time in, gosh, like I think it's over 2 years that I've actually focused on working out. And let me tell you, yes, I've started seeing differences like in my booty and my legs. I feel like they are getting like a little firmer. My back, which is something that's really, like for me, I've always grown up thinking like, no, like I don't wanna lift weights because I don't wanna get bulky or I don't wanna get buff. But okay, guys, like it doesn't work like that. Now I've asked my trainer, and she's like, Myra, like in order for you to like bulk up or get buff, like you need to lift heavy. So the thing that I have noticed though, aside from like the way I can see my body changing, is just like how much better I feel about myself. And it's not because of how I look, but it's almost just like knowing you're doing something good for your body. You know, like I know that it makes me feel better about my like overall energy. Like I don't even need coffee in the mornings. Like I drink coffee because I love it, and my coffee tastes like dessert. So it's like a treat for me. But I don't need it. Like, I don't know if some of you still feel that way. Like if you don't have coffee in the morning, it's like you can't wake up. So working out, I don't feel that anymore. I feel like happier. Like when I'm leaving the gym, I just feel like overall my mood feels better. And I know that you guys have heard it, like working out is the most like underused antidepressant. And like, not that I'm like depressed or anything like that, but I can honestly say that I feel better. Like I feel happier, you know? So sometimes it's not just about like what you're gonna do for your body, but it's also like for your mental health. So, because I feel like it all ties in, you know what I mean? It all ties in. So let me know if you guys want me to do like kind of like a weekly update where I'm kind of doing like, maybe I could wear like some shorts and like a, you know, just like a top where you can actually see my body, and then I could do like measurements and stuff just to kind of see like the progress. Now, again, I'm not gonna come at you guys like from a personal trainer standpoint, but just as like a mom that works, that has like a super busy schedule, and I'm just like trying to feel better about myself, you know? So let me know, comment down below if you guys wanna see some videos like that. I can definitely bring you along at the gym, even do like workouts that you can do from home, things like that. So anyway, but that's kind of where I'm at right now with working out. I feel I'm still in the stage where I'm motivated. And I think that once that motivation starts to kind of die down, because I think it does for a lot of people, for a lot of us, I think it's the consistency where I'm just gonna be like, nope, I'm staying consistent. I'm dedicated to this. I'm gonna do it. And so, so that's kind of where my mentality is right now. What I'm gonna do right now, if you follow me on Instagram or you've been following me for a while, you know that I'm like a supplement person, but to my defense, I do my research. So I always make sure that if I'm taking any supplement, I've already done my research. It's super high quality ingredients, and it's definitely something that's gonna benefit my overall health. These are my essential vitamins. These are the ones from Ritual. These are amazing. If you've probably heard of them. I seen it on someone's page, then I did my research and I ended up buying these. So this is the 18 and over. They have like 50 and over. They even have like for men and kids. The thing I love the most about them though is that everything is traceable. So you know where your iron comes from, the magnesium, omegas, like everything is traceable. So it comes from like Italy, from Connecticut, from, you know, from all over, and it's super, super clean. So they have 9 essential. So these are 9 essential vitamins. So if you're someone that doesn't want to take a bunch of vitamins or you don't know what to take, these are obviously super clean. You're gonna get all 9 of them and just take 2 pills. So we'll take them together. I do have a discount code. I'll leave it linked for you. This is a discount code and I'll leave it linked in the description below. But just take 2 a day. You know what I love about them? I don't know if you've ever noticed this, but when you take vitamins and then you just so happen to burp, it tastes nasty. So this actually tastes like mint. So go Ritual for, you know, really looking out for that, because that's actually like something really, like, it's genius, you know? So we're taking 2 and got my multivitamins for the day. I am going to finish prepping. I'm thinking for lunch, I'm just gonna do like a stir fry, still incorporate that protein because again, protein is what I always lead with. And I just think that it makes me feel nice and full. I'm not like constantly thinking of food, you know, because that's the thing. Like when you try to restrict and just like have these tiny little portions, guys, we all know like you're not gonna be full, you're not gonna be satisfied. So you're gonna be picking like, oh, I want a little bag of this, or oh, some almonds and things like that. So I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna eat. Nice stir fry is what I'm thinking. So I have all my sauces, seasonings, and I'll show you what I'm using. Now, I try to keep all my food gluten-free. Just gluten really messes with my stomach. It's been one of those things where I've had to eliminate like dairy and gluten, but we can get into that in another video. Just let me know if you guys have issues with like allergies and like bloated and have like rashes and stuff like that. That usually stems from like some type of intolerance, which all stems from our gut. But anyway, I did want to kind of walk you through what I'm making, which is just like a stir fry, and just kind of talk to you guys about kind of like the challenges that I have experienced since I'm kind of like getting back on track. Because a lot of times we kind of feel that like when you're on a weight loss journey, or, you know, like in my case, just kind of getting back on track, you feel like everything has to be perfect or else you're like failing. And that's definitely not the case. Like even me, that I'm staying like super consistent, and literally like I have a trainer that's helping me out, and you know, with my workouts and stuff like that, I still have real life, which is work, right? Like you guys know, I'm a food blogger. You guys see me on Instagram, here on TikTok. Like actually right now, I have my little camera set up here because I am gonna try to use this as a video just to kind of show you an official recipe of what I'm making. But on the weeks when the team is here, and I'm just letting this get really hot so we can saute our onions, but when the team is here and they're working with me, it's really hard because we're snacking and we're cooking and we're making a bunch of delicious foods. And so I eat a lot more than on my weeks where everyone's working remote. So like this week has been a little tough. Like I feel like I'm a little, I feel a little bloated, you know? And mind you, I eat clean foods and I try to stay away from junk and all of that. And even with me, like life happens and I just happen to snack a little bit more. And I don't really weigh myself just because it is a little triggering for me. I don't know if any of you guys kind of deal with that, but I can just tell in the way I look, like my clothes, my jeans, everything, you know? So I just want you guys to know that if you are on a weight loss journey, like you're not always going to see progress every single day or every single week. Like sometimes you're gonna have weeks where you're just not, the scale doesn't move, your measurements don't move, everything just kind of stays the same, and you're like, gosh, but I feel so good, or oh, I've been doing so well, and why isn't it moving? There's so many things that play into that role. Like remember, we're also women. We have, and not all of us, but you know, for those of us that are women, we have our menstrual cycle, and that kind of plays a huge part in the fluctuation of your weight and how you're looking and how you're feeling and your cravings throughout the month and all that. So we have our onions. Now the veggies that I'm using, I try to just like throw in, especially when you're making a stir fry, you have that flexibility, literally throw in what you have, because like you can use anything. It's not like all veggies go together. And not only that, but like with veggies, you get the fiber. So a lot of times like you could be a little irregular, you know, TMI, but you know what I mean? So veggies really, really help with all that. Not only that, but they look beautiful. They keep you nice and full. I feel like it adds the bulk to your meals, you know, like, because if you have just like a piece of salmon, like your protein and healthy fats are usually going to be a smaller portion, but the veggies is where you could really, you know, just add that like bulkiness to your meals. So, and these are carbs, they are, but they're healthy. Like you know, at the end of the day, I feel like you need balance. Like we all need balance in our life, right? So anyway, so for this stir fry, I'm just doing, obviously we sauteed some onions, we have zucchini, our peppers, some carrots, and sure, carrots are a little higher in carbs, but guys, like again, we're talking like the amount of carbs to the amount of carbs and sugars to like the nutrients of the veggie. I feel like it like overcompensates for it. So you don't have to worry about stuff like that unless you're doing keto or something for like health purposes, and you're, you know, like by health purposes, I mean like you have diabetes and you're really trying to stay under 20 net carbs or 20 total carbs. Then at that point, that's where you're going to be a little more careful. I'm just adding some minced garlic. But if it's strictly just for weight, you know, you're like weight management, or you're trying to make healthier choices in your life, like at that point, I don't think veggies should be off limit. And that's just me personally. That's just my, you know, my personal opinion. But I have been maintaining my weight for over 15 years. And so I feel like this is what's worked for me. And so I just like to share what, you know, what worked for me, because it might help you. Like it's not as restrictive as what people think it should be or has to be. Now I have my mushrooms. I love mushrooms. Mushrooms are, if I could have a whole bowl of mushrooms all day. Yes, please. Okay, so I have all my veggies in, and the last thing is our cabbage before I start adding in my seasonings. And the cabbage does cook down, so don't think that, you know, it's gonna stay like a huge pile of cabbage. It does cook down. Once they do start to cook down, they also feel like a noodle. But today we are adding shirataki noodles. I don't know how you feel about shiitake noodles. I know everyone has like their either love or hate relationship with them. I'm gonna be honest. I was not a fan of shiitake noodles. But over time, they've just really grown on me. And there's certain brands that like the consistency is better than others. So these are already washed. I wash them because I know they smell kind of funky, and they do. But if you wash them really, really well, you're golden. Now for the seasonings, and I'll leave everything like with measurements, but I'm just gonna kind of do everything while we're here just together. I have tamari. If you have soy sauce, you can use soy sauce, but this is gluten-free. We have some tamari, coconut aminos. The coconut aminos are sweet, but I love them. And all of these are gluten-free, so I love it. And then just a teeny tiny rice vinegar. A little bit of sesame oil. This is kind of going like the Asian inspired route. It's gonna be so yummy. But sometimes like I feel like we overcomplicate meals, you know? Like you really, when it comes to making dinner for the fam, like you can literally make, and look at how beautiful it's looking. You can literally make a huge pot, like a huge stir fry that's gonna be super nutritious. If your family's not low carb or you're not low carb, make some steamed rice on the side. For your protein, you can do shrimp, you can do steak, you can do chicken. Like I'm gonna do chicken after we're done with this. I'm just gonna cook that really quickly. And you know, you can toss it in together or serve it on the side. I mean, there's just like so many options. But think about it. You have your stir fry, so you have all your veggies. Then for your carbs, like your complex carbs, you could do a little side of rice and then your protein, you know? And if you wanted to add more fats, like at that point you can do avocado, or you can do, what else can we do for healthy fats? Like some type of like a creamy sauce, like a creamy component, guys. They're always making fun of me because they say I always say that, but it's true. Like I always like having a creamy component to my meals, you know? I do. I like even like a spicy mayo. Boom, there you go. Because it is like an Asian, kind of like a little Asian inspired stir fry. So I feel like a spicy mayo would go perfect. And we're gonna do our noodles. So if you guys don't know the texture here, I'm gonna stick my fingers in here, but this is what they look like. It's just like noodles that are, I think they have like 5 calories, no carbs. They're made out of like the konjac plant or whatever it is. I've seen a few that are made out of like soybean. There's a few different, what do you call it? I can't think right now. But anyway, the shiitake noodles, I'm sure you guys have all heard of them because they're low carb. They have like no carbs, no calories, basically, pretty much. So anyway, I'm just gonna mix this in. And these are great. Like I love making certain salads and stuff because you can eat them cold. You don't even have to heat them up. So, and it just adds like, again, it adds to your meals. It adds bulk, texture, and everything. So now I'm just going to toss in our seasonings and we will set that aside and cook our chicken. So we have onion powder, and these don't have salt on them because then I can control the salt myself. But we have some onion powder. I'm gonna do a little garlic powder. What do you guys think? Is this enough seasoning? I'm definitely, I love like my food to be nice and seasoned. I need that flavor or else I don't want it. Okay, so we have some garlic. I'm gonna throw in a little ginger. Not too much, but. And then we do like that spice in our life. So we have just crushed red peppers. Not gonna do too much because I do wanna add the sriracha, but I'm gonna do a little salt and pepper, and then we are good. But what do you guys think? Like, isn't it super, super easy? It looks beautiful. It's gonna be nice and filling, and it's great for lunch, for dinner, leftovers. Like if you do meal prep, like say you're alone, you know, and you're like, well, I don't have a big family. Like, what am I gonna do? You can meal prep it. Then you know you're gonna eat healthy. You know you're gonna stay on track. Obviously, that's a huge, huge part of like a weight loss journey, maintenance journey. And if any of you are vegetarian, then this here is already perfection. Your meal is served. But if you do want to, and there's other, I was gonna say if you do want to incorporate your protein, which is what I'm cooking next, but for vegetarians, I think, what would it be, like beans? I'm not too sure what vegetarians usually do for protein, tofu. Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and cook our chicken, and then I'm gonna go ahead and plate it. All right guys, so look at how beautiful this turned out. I ended up topping it with some green onion, a little bit of cilantro, some sesame seeds, and I will leave the recipe, the official recipe, so if you guys wanna make this at home for you or your fam bam. All right guys, so I make these all the time, but I just don't share them with you guys. But I'm telling you, totally worth making. You guys are gonna love them. Also, let me know in the comments below if you like, you know, me just kind of just cooking along with me, venting about like what's going on in my life. I personally love it, so I wanna hear your feedback. Let me know if you guys like it. But thanks so much for being here. If you guys have family members or, you know, friends or family that are living a low carb lifestyle, or just looking for easy, delicious recipes just like this, share the channel with them. Share, have them come over. But thanks so much for being here. I love you guys, and I'll see you on the next one.